Hello, everyone. This is a message for the parents of our class. I've been hearing a lot lately about parents really struggling through this whole at home learning situation that we're in, and hearing stories of parents wanting to pull their hair out and just struggling with their kids all day, and kids at home crying every day at the amount of work that they have to navigate through. Um, and so, if any of you are feeling like hearing those stories, wait a minute, my kid isn't, struggling or crying, and then wondering if that means that you're not providing enough for them, if they're not getting enough academically and they're being left behind, I just wanted to send a message to you and communicate a few things to you. First thing is that I'd like you to know that we've never done this before. So there is no teacher that knows how long the work that they're assigning is taking for each family to do. And of course, every student's going to take a different amount of time to do things. But the teachers, we don't know how long everything is taking at home when we're sending it. The second thing I want you to understand is that more work doesn't equal more learning. So, we all know that you can do a lot of work and learn very little. And so the fact that you're doing more work doesn't necessarily mean you're getting quality learning, and vice versa. And the last thing I want you to understand is that the long term effects of what is happening is, in my opinion, much more important than the short-term academic effects. Mr. Davids brought up in a meeting with us once that as teachers, we're really good at picking up the pieces that have fallen through the cracks of student learning. So when it comes time for us to go back to school and we have to kind of pick those pieces back up and fill in those gaps that might have been lost during this time, we're trained to do that and we're good at doing that. What's going to be very difficult for us to do is to pick up the pieces of emotional damage that have been done to students. So, in this time, through this time, if your child learns to hate math or hate reading or hate writing or hate school in general, then dealing with that is going to be a lot harder, and the long-term negative effects of that is are going to be a lot worse than a few academic things that are missing here and there through all of this. So that's just something to consider. The district guidelines for K to 3 are about 1 hour a day on academics, and the district recommendations for intermediate grades is about an hour and a half. So if you don't have enough for your child to do 1 to 1.5 hours of academic schoolwork a day, like if your child's completing it in less than an hour and you need more resources, then I'm happy to provide that for you. Just let me know, and I'm happy to give you ideas or activities and send you that. If your child is wanting and able to do more, then I'm also happy to provide you with materials or ideas, with a schedule, or even assign specific assignments if that's what you feel that you and your child would benefit from. Just let me know, and I'm happy to do that. If, however, you're worried about the amount of work that everyone else is getting and all the other kids are getting, and worried that that means that your kid is not getting enough, I'd like to encourage you not to worry, because the fact is that teachers don't know how much or how long this work that they're assigning is taking, and secondly, again, the fact that they're getting more work assigned doesn't necessarily mean that they're learning more, and so and lastly, again, the long term effects of um, like negative effects that can come from overloading students with work is actually a lot worse, and that's not what I want for your kids, and that's not what you want for your kids. So please don't worry if that's your concern, the amount of work that everybody else is getting. And lastly, if you just don't know what to do with them all day long, then please know that more schoolwork is not the answer. If you just don't know how to keep them busy, then giving them more schoolwork to do is not going to be the best thing for them. I can help you with that. I have ideas and thoughts of how you can structure your day or the type of things you can do. So just let me know, and I'd be happy to help you with that. Give me a call or shoot me a message, and I'd be happy to talk with you about that. But please know that having more schoolwork is not the answer. So if you do need more work, please let me know. I would be happy to provide it for you. If you need more assignments or different ideas, just let me know, and I'll be happy to provide that for you. But if you're worried about what's happening with everybody else, please just rest assured that if your child is happy and learning through this time, then you're doing a great job. Thanks.